Hi, friends. Nice to see you all again. I am going to read a new story to you today. This story is called All Around Us. It's written by Selena Gonzalez and it's illustrated by Adriana M. Garcia. And in this story, she's going to tell us all about circles and not just the shape circle. So I want you to try and think of what things in the book are talking about the actual shape of a circle and what things in the book are actually talking about concepts of circles, something that isn't the shape of a circle, but goes in the cycle of a circle. All around us. Grandpa says circles are all around us. We just have to look for them. He points to the rainbow that rises high in the sky after the thundercloud has come. He traces the colorful arc with his hand and says, "Can you see? That's only half the circle. The rest of it is down below, in the earth, where water and light feed new life. That's the part we cannot see. But in my mind, I try." Has somebody ever told you something that you can't really understand all the way? So you kind of have to close your eyes and try and imagine it. Grandpa and I work side by side in the garden, planting flowers and pulling vegetables. We eat what we've grown, crunchy lettuce, sweet carrots, and spicy chiles. I wonder if you have a garden and if you eat what you grow. Grandpa saves the stems, leaves, and seeds to bury back in the ground. Here is another circle, he says. What we take from the earth, we return. So remember, they were harvesting, they were eating the food, and then they're putting that food back into the earth so it can grow again, and then they can harvest and they can eat again. It's a circle, it goes round and round. He draws a big circle on his belly with his hand and a little circle on mine and says, "We even have circles inside." This makes me laugh. Grandpa and I take a walk around our neighborhood where we find other circles, the sun, the clock, the bicycle wheels. So here they're talking about the actual shape of a circle. But before, they were also talking about other kinds of circles, concepts or things to think about that kind of move in a circle type form. We stare at the green and brown rings in each other's eyes for a long time, and then we laugh again. He's right. Circles are everywhere. "I'll show you one more important circle before the big round moon comes out," says Grandpa. We walk way back in our yard and sit under a tall pecan tree. Grandpa seems sad when he sits here because this is where we bury the ashes of our ancestors. I don't remember them, but he does. I wonder if you could stop now, pause, and have a conversation about who are ancestors. What does the word ancestor mean? And what might you do to remember your ancestors? It looks like in this story, they bury their ancestors, their ashes, in their backyard even, to remember them. Even our bodies return to the earth, he says, and pats the ground with his big hands. But that's only half the circle. That's the part we cannot see. Do you remember the rainbow? You can only see half the circle. Finally, we walk to the front yard to water our smallest tree. Grandpa planted it for me on the day I was born, and everything that fed me while I grew in my mother's belly is buried at the roots. I love bringing water to the apple tree that is already taller than I am. Grandpa pats my head and says, Do you see, my grandchild? We have new life with you. I am part of the circle too, the part we can see, just like a rainbow. So, something that I really like about this story is that it helps use the concept of a circle to help understand different things about the world and life and death. I am a part of the circle, the part of the rainbow that we can see right now. And you are part of that circle, part of the rainbow that we can see right now. The part that we can't see is the people that have died. So today, I'm going to give you an assignment. I want you to think about, and maybe you could even draw a rainbow. I want you to think about who is part of the circle right now that you can see. And then I also want you to think about who is part of the circle that we cannot see. And I'm also curious about what types of things your family does to celebrate the different parts of that circle. So maybe what your family does to celebrate those who have died. I even wonder the parts of the circle that we can see. Maybe you have things in your family that you do to celebrate those that have just joined the circle that we can see. And I wonder about how you're connected to all of those pieces. The beginning of the circle, the part of the circle that we can see, the part of the circle that we can't see, which is death. And I want to give you a challenge for these 40 days. I want you to be thinking about different ways that you can honor those that have passed, those that have died and gone on to Mictlan. I want you to think about and maybe even do something to honor your ancestors and to celebrate the ways that you are connected to them in the bigger circle, the bigger rainbow of life. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and to contact me if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, or if you'd like to share with me some of the conversation or projects or things that you did in response to this reading today. All right, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time.